Earlier this year, Samsung wowed us at Mobile World Congress with the Galaxy S6 and S6 Edge. Samsung made huge changes in both the hardware and software departments with these handsets, and they both proved to be huge successes with both critics and consumers. Just about a month ago, Samsung took the wraps off of two new handsets, the Galaxy Note 5 and the Galaxy S6 Edge Plus. In this video today, we'll be taking a look at the latter of those two devices and seeing just how much the phone differs from the original S6 Edge. So guys, before we go any further in my full review for the Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge Plus, I'm gonna have to ask you one quick thing, and that is to please go ahead and grab that coffee cup, fill it up, bring it over, and sit on down. And take a swig from your mobile cup of Joe. If you've gotten any hands-on time with the Galaxy S6 Edge, there won't be any surprises here with its bigger brother. The S6 Edge Plus boasts a larger 5.7-inch display, and it still retains those beautiful curved edges on both the left and right sides of the screen. This time around though, the edges of the phone aren't nearly as sharp, and despite its larger size, make the Edge Plus more comfortable in the hand than its smaller counterpart. Also found in the Edge Plus is the familiar aluminum frame sandwiched between two panels of Corning Gorilla Glass 4. Although the back of the phone is a huge fingerprint magnet, it still looks and feels 100 times better than Samsung's cheap plastic they used to use in all of their smartphones. There's no denying that the phone looks drop-dead gorgeous, but with all of this aluminum and glass, you're probably going to want to pick up a case to keep your phone looking great when going out of the house. Located on the bottom of the device is a 3.5mm headset jack, microphone, micro USB port, and a speaker grill. On the top of the phone you'll find another microphone in your SIM card tray, but unlike both the Galaxy S6 and S6 Edge, the Edge Plus lacks an IR blaster for controlling your TV, audio system, and more. The power button is placed on the right side of the phone and is located far enough down the frame so that it's still easily accessible despite the Edge Plus's larger form factor. The volume buttons are positioned on the left side of the phone, but unfortunately these aren't quite as easy to get to as they're placed way up on the top of the frame. Thankfully, all these buttons, along with the home button found right below the display, are all incredibly tactile and feel great when pressed. That 5.7-inch display I keep talking about is one of the Edge Plus's greatest strengths. We're looking at a Super AMOLED panel with a resolution of 2560 by 1440. And just like you'd expect from any Samsung flagship smartphone, the display here is breathtaking. Colors are lush and beautiful, blacks are milky and deep, and seeing individual pixels is simply impossible. As if that wasn't enough, the display curves over on both the left and right hand sides, making for an incredibly immersive experience. When scrolling through the phone, menus and sidebars seem to flow in and out from the edge of the screen. Now while some people may say that it makes the screen look distorted, I personally think it makes everything on the phone look so much more stunning. Additionally, it makes pulling in menus from the edge feel incredibly comfortable as your fingers are touching nothing but sloping glass. Whether you're watching movies, playing games, or just browsing the web, the display here in the Edge Plus makes all those activities 10 times more enjoyable. Powering the display and everything else on the phone is Samsung's own Exynos 7420 processor with a whopping 4GB of RAM. Here's basically what that translates to. The Galaxy S6 Edge is stupidly fast. It doesn't matter what you're doing on the phone. Playing games, watching Netflix, taking photos, checking Twitter, writing documents, whatever it is. All of it moves at the speed of light on the Edge Plus. And thanks to those 4GB of RAM, the S6 Edge Plus is one of the best phones I've ever used when it comes to multitasking. If you need a fast, snappy, and powerful performance on your device, this phone has more than got you covered. Speaking of taking photos, the Edge Plus does a damn fine job at doing just that. We're looking at the same 16-megapixel rear camera with optical image stabilization on board once again. This is essentially the exact same camera found on the S6 and S6 Edge, and that's absolutely awesome. Just like we found on those two phones earlier this year, the Edge Plus's camera is capable of capturing absolutely phenomenal photos. The interface for the camera is dead simple to use, and if you want to take your photography game to the next level, Samsung has once again included an in-depth manual option called Pro Mode. Even if you never mess with that though, all of the pictures I took in the standard auto mode turned out looking beautiful. Images are incredibly crisp, colors are vibrant and true to life, and even when taken in conditions where there isn't ample lighting, the Edge Plus is still able to kick out some good looking shots. If selfies are more your thing, there's a 5 megapixel shooter found on the front of the phone, and it may be one of the best front-facing cameras I've ever used. The wide-angle lens is able to fit numerous subjects into one shot, and the pictures I took have a really good amount of detail in them. If you're an avid Snapchat user, this selfie camera is guaranteed to take your snaps to the next level. Owners of the original S6 or S6 Edge know that the battery life was those phones' greatest weakness. The Edge Plus is packing in a 3000 mAh non-removable battery, and although it isn't the greatest out there, its battery life is far better than what I was getting on Samsung's flagships earlier this year. For the most part, I was able to get through a full day of use on the Edge Plus without too much trouble. If I did have a day where I was streaming an excess amount of video or playing lots of games, then I did find myself having to top off the phone in the evening, but that's still considerably better than the phone's smaller brother. Out of the box, the S6 Edge Plus is running Android 5.1.1 with Samsung's own TouchWiz skin layered over it. Similar to what we saw earlier this year, Samsung has done a remarkable job at trimming down their custom software to be less intrusive and overbearing. While some of Samsung's custom icons are a bit cartoony for my liking, everything on the interface runs fluid and snappy with little to no hang-ups. With the Edge Plus's curved sides, Samsung has thrown in a few special software additions that take advantage of the curved display. Perhaps the most useful are People and Apps Edge. When at your home screen or any app on the phone, swipe out from the top right and you'll get a row of 5 circles of which you can add your favorite contacts for quick and easy access to send them calls and texts. From here, you can swipe to the left to find another row of 5 circles. However, these are for adding your most used applications. It's a truly awesome feature, and now on the Edge Plus, it's no longer limited to just your home screen. No matter what you're doing on the phone, you can always access the People and Apps Edge. Another great feature is Information Stream. When the screen of the phone is off, swipe up and down on the right edge of the phone. This will bring up the current time and date, the weather in your area, and the percentage of your battery life. Scrolling up and down on the Edge will cycle you through Yahoo News, any notifications you currently have, stocks you're following, and much more. It may seem a bit gimmicky, but it's actually a great way to discreetly check certain data on your phone. Going into this review, I wasn't exactly sure what to expect from the phone. I wasn't at all excited when it was announced, but after having spent 2 weeks with the device, I can honestly say that it's one of the best smartphones money can currently buy. The phone knocks it out of the park in nearly every single category, but such a high-end product does come at a cost. Even with the new 2-year contract on AT&T, the S6 Edge Plus with 32GB of storage will set you back $229. On an installment plan, you'll be shelling out about $24 a month, and buying the phone outright will cost you $719. If you're willing to pony up the cash though, the Galaxy S6 Edge Plus is bound to exceed any expectations you have for it. This is, without a doubt, the best smartphone Samsung has ever produced. So guys, that's going to about wrap it up here for my full review of the Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge Plus. If you have any further questions or concerns about the device right here, please go ahead and leave a comment down in the box below, and I will be sure to get a response to you as soon as I possibly can. And if you guys want to show your continuous support to the channel, while you're down below the video, also please consider clicking the like and subscribe button. And if you want to stay in touch with us outside of these videos, make sure you go ahead and follow us on all the socials, Twitter, Facebook, and Google+. And if for some reason you just can't get enough of your coffee and tech goodness, be sure to check out our official website, which is MobileCupOfJoe.com. But that's going to wrap it up here for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. Have an absolutely fantastic day, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.
No, stop. I will follow you wherever you go. Don't get my face. No! I'm sorry.
Did you say I'm sorry?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm from Canada. Are you done?
I guess. What are those? Have you gotten enough footage yet?
Yeah.
The boots though.
Automatic focus.
Coming to you. Galaxy S6. Well, it was beautiful, and then you just messed it all up. I hate you so much.